We converted this 2019 Ford Transit into the camper van of our dreams. Come check it out. So for the floor of the van, we chose to go with 100% waterproof laminate flooring from Pergo, and we chose this type of laminate flooring because it's really durable, and this is a really high traffic area, and we have dogs and stuff like that, so we wanted to make sure we get the best floor possible. So for the seats, we went with marine grade vinyl, and we decided to do diamond stitching on it because I've always wanted diamond stitching. And for the passenger seat, we did a swivel seat just to try to open up the space as much as possible. Building the upper cabinets with Hope was such a blast, but it really put our skills to the test. We built them out of 3/4 inch plywood. We did edge band veneer around all the edges to try to give it a more professional look. And we did soft closing adjustable struts, and we really loved the way that they turned out. So Hope and I found this really cool place called Chip Lumber, and they sell like really high quality wood. So we found a nice slab of ash that I decided that I wanted to turn into a countertop. So I milled it down, cut it into pieces, glued it together, and that's how I came up with these countertops. And I'm also really proud of them because these were the first countertops I ever built from scratch. So after building these countertops, I felt a little confident, so I just wanted to test my skills a little more. So I built the swivel tabletop for our bed area out of ash and mahogany, and it came out really nice. I'm really proud of that as well. So for the bottom cabinets, we did a very similar thing as up top, except we ended up doing 6 pull-out drawers, one of them with a secret compartment, which is not so much of a secret anymore because we're showing all you guys it, but we don't plan on keeping anything in there but snacks anyways. Yeah. So to keep all the cabinets closed while we're driving around, we went with a company called RV Labs. They make really high quality locking latches. They're based out of Australia. They're kind of expensive, but they're well worth it. So to keep us warm in the winter, we went with a Propex heater. It runs off propane, and we mounted it underneath the van, and it works really well. The first time we used it, we had a little bit of an issue, but after talking to customer service, they helped us really well, and we were able to find out what the issue was and fixed it, and now it works excellent. So to cool the van down, we went with a RTX 2000 Dometic air conditioner. This thing was kind of pricey, but I really wanted it, so I decided to buy it for myself for my 30th birthday. And it wasn't too difficult to install. I did post a YouTube video of us installing it, but it works really well. It's 12 volts and it runs straight off of our batteries, and it just doesn't pull a lot of energy, so we're really happy with it. So we also went with a max air fan above the back bed to help keep us cool at night, just in case we don't want to run our air conditioner all night. We used to have a different type of fan, which we didn't like at all. It had a rain sensor on it, so if it was raining outside, it would close itself and we wouldn't be able to use it, and it would get really muggy inside of the bus. So we did a little bit of research and found out that max air fan will stay on even if it's raining. So if you guys are planning on getting a fan, I highly recommend the max air fan. In our previous build, we had a chest fridge, and it was really energy efficient, but it was just a pain in the ass to have to take everything out of the fridge to find what you're trying to get, because some things would be at the bottom and it would just get lost in there. So this time we went ahead and got a 12-volt stand-up fridge, which has a separate freezer and fridge area, which we really like. We paid about $900 for it, but it's also really energy efficient. So we also installed a 3-burner stovetop. It's made by Greystone and it runs off of propane. And we used to have the same exact stovetop before, and it's really efficient. You can use it like every single day, and just off of one propane tank, it'll last like 4 or 5 months, and I think we paid like $400 for it. So for the ceiling, we did birch wooden slats, 12-volt puck light LEDs, and 2.5 inches of wool insulation. And on the roof, we have 600 watts of solar that tie into an MTTP solar controller that feed into 500 amp hours of lithium. So we also installed a Victron Orion DC to DC charger to keep our batteries charged up while we're driving around, and a 2000 watt pure sine wave inverter charger to be able to plug into shore power if we need some extra power. If you're confused about how to set up your electrical system, send us an email to beerrunbus@gmail.com to set up a consultation. So we have 35 gallons of fresh water, a C-flow pressure pump with all PEX fittings that tie into a nice deep sink. We did a matte black soap dispenser, matte black faucet, and matte black quartz sink, which gives it a really nice aesthetic. So we did our gray water system a little bit different this time. For the sink, we went with a separate 15-gallon tank and also a separate 15-gallon tank for the urine diverting toilet. So we went with the classic U-shaped design for our bench system and our bed system, and the table just collapses down and turns into a bed for night mode, and then for day mode we just basically lift it up and it turns into a nice bench so we can eat and do work on. So Hope really wanted me to maximize every little square inch for storage, so I installed some more hidden storage underneath the bed area. We do also have a small garage in the back, which is the fixed in portion of our bed, and an outdoor shower with a water gauge to let us know how much water we have left inside of our freshwater tank. So we will be traveling full-time with 2 dogs. One is a chocolate lab and one is a black lab, and their names are Canella and Cooper. So that's the biggest reason we went ahead and did the outdoor shower, so we can wash them and just try to keep the van as clean as possible, and it'll also help us wash off sand from our feet when we go to the beach and things like that. So thanks for checking out our van, guys. Be sure to click the subscribe button and the bell notification button to stay up to date on more videos. Hope and I do plan on traveling full time and are going to be posting a bunch of travel vlogs of all the cities that we go to, so be sure to check those out. Also, be sure to check out our Instagram and our TikTok. It's all called Beer on Bus. Peace.